Well, namaste. Welcome to a Sunday morning bicycle live stream. Now I know it's been a while. It's been 7 months since I've done one of these, and it's not like I haven't had things I wanted to talk about, or it's not like I haven't wanted to do it, but just haven't been in the right frame of mind. It's just been really a case of just spending a lot of time by myself and listening to spiritual teachings, and just enjoying the solitude and the serenity, just dealing with, the challenges of life that have been occurring, so many of us are familiar with. So you're not used to seeing me on a regular weekend live stream, which I used to do all the time, but I was prompted to do this by a news article last night. Actually, it was a news article in relation to the flooding happening in New Zealand, and it was yet another example of the climate crisis in action, especially when they said that they had the most rain they've ever had in one day. So this got me thinking about this morning's topic: vegan for the animals. So there's no doubt that I haven't prepared any notes for this, so I'm a little bit rusty on this. It's my 43rd year vegan, and in this time, when I first went vegan in 1980, I didn't go vegan for the animals, and I've seen so much change since then. And of course I've been ethically vegan, which is the only kind of vegan there really is, vegan for the animals for the longest time now. And something in our hearts tells us when we go vegan that it's the right thing to do. So, but when I talk to people at my Ask a Vegan stand at the markets, when I talk to vegans, and I love to find out their story, I say, well, what inspired your change? What was your awakening? Why did you go vegan? I love to find out how long they've been vegan, the challenges they've faced, how it feels now for them, the differences they're making, the activism, the awareness, the influence that they may have had on their family and friends and workmates. Love to find all these things out, and which is really like an extension of when I was doing the Vegan Hour, interviewing people. It feels like that sometimes. But one common thing that we see, or that I see, keep it in first person, is that a vegan remains a vegan for life if they do it for the right reason, and the only reason, and the one reason, which is for the animals. If that's the reason why you are vegan, it may not be the reason why you went vegan in the first place. You may have done it for health reasons, like I did originally when I was 16 and had acute acne, and went vegan. Or I should say, at that time, I didn't even know the word vegan existed. I remember it's 1980, so I didn't even go vegan. I went on a raw plant-based diet, and then everything else came along with it. But if you've gone vegan for health reasons, for climate reasons, for any reason other than the animals, at some point in your awareness, the plight of the animals has to pop up stronger and stronger on your radar and become a reason why it's you're remaining vegan. If that is not cemented foundationally in the reason why you're vegan, then you run the chance of so many of these celebrities of just, doing it for a trend or whatever it is, or because the vegan food tastes so good now, or something like that, or or because of a health reason. But the only reason is always going to be, the foundational core is always going to be, it's for the animals. And getting back to the flooding in New Zealand, you know, we now have so many climatic events happening that are setting, unfortunately, new records of flooding levels, rainfall, drought, fires, ice depletion, oceans rising, highest temperatures, lowest temperatures. The data is there to back up the fact that climatically we are destroying the planet. Now, I've spoken about this before, and of course, one of the biggest, if not the biggest contributor, is animal agriculture. So that comes back to doing it for the animals. But what's happening now is that we're not just talking about, when I talk about animal agriculture, one of the things that doesn't get mentioned, but is a massive contributor as well, is methane from cows. Massive contributor. And so, apart from all the other destructive gases that we're releasing, so that's something to remember when we're talking to people. But that will open the eyes and becomes a foot in the door, I find, when I'm talking to people, especially non-vegans, becomes a foot in the door to say to them, look, you know, all these unprecedented, historically new weather events, destructive weather events, are occurring because we are destroying the environment. We are polluting the environment. And how are we polluting the environment? In a massive way, we're polluting the environment through animal agriculture, through the pollutants that go into the air, that go into the ground, through the destruction of land, basically, to grow crops for animal agriculture. So there's an opportunity there to wake people up. But then it has to be connected back to the rights of the animal to live, to love, to be free of suffering. And what we wish for ourselves, you know, those things that we crave for ourselves, which are essentially extensions of love or components of love, those things that we wish for ourselves, are the same things that animals wish for themselves. They want to live and laugh and play and have fun and have families, and the exact same things that brings a smile to our face, the things that warms our heart, those things, those feelings are a component in every living being. Because remember, as I've spoken previously, there are 6 words that describe the prime directive of every living being. We crave love, we fear pain. We will always gravitate towards love, and we will always move away from pain. Every living being, from the basic cell, on a cellular level, does this. So with this in mind, we should treat others the way we wish to be treated. It's just simple logic. It's also heartfelt awareness. And it is amazing, I think, if I look back in the 43 years of being vegan, just how much awareness has occurred. But we also, with that awareness, we need to steer people in the right direction. We meet people where they're at with their level of awareness, if it's health awareness in the benefits of a plant-based diet, or if it's environmental awareness in the benefits of reducing pollution environmentally. We meet them where they're at, but we want to steer them back towards the only reason to be vegan, which of course is for the animals. It's the only reason. So I'll keep this brief, but just keep that in mind when you're talking with others, even with people that are vegan, because I have some very interesting conversations with people. Some people, I spoke to a lady last market, I think, who said, yeah, I've been vegan my entire life. I went, really? Yeah, my parents are vegan. I thought, really? I said, is that culturally of the reason? Said, yeah, we're Buddhists, I think was her faith. Oh, okay. And then a couple of minutes into it, she mentions that she drinks milk. I'm like, well, hang on. Hang on a second. Don't think you've read the handbook on what being vegan means. No use of animal products. As much as possible, as much as practical and possible. So just no use of animal products. Anyway, so some people just don't get it even when they think that it's become so trendy now that people aren't afraid to say I'm vegan, which shows you how big the awareness is, how big the market is in that. So keep that in mind. I'm going to wind this up now. Have a great day and live vegan for the animals and save lives. Ahimsa.